Shana Tova, beautiful ones. It is so good to be talking to you again. It's been a while. I hope that your Rosh Hashana was meaningful. I hope that your apples were super sweet. I hope your new fruits were full of curiosity and wonder and hope. And I hope the shofar, if you had a chance to hear it, stirred something, inspired something, and felt like a beacon of good things to come. I had such a special treat. I get to work with Rabbanit Lisa Sperling a million times throughout a week, but I haven't actually been in the same physical space as she in I don't know how long. But I got to share space with her for Rosh Hashana, which was an absolute gift. And I am so grateful. And she shared some beautiful, beautiful Torah throughout Rosh Hashana. One little note she shared before the shofar was being blown about how the different types of notes that we hear, and a reminder that the shavarim, which is the consecutive three notes, comes from the word for being broken. The three separate notes sound broken, and the word means brokenness, but that we should note how each of those shavarim, broken notes, is actually flanked on either side by a tikiyah, the one long full note, to just remind ourselves that even if we this year happen to find ourselves in a space of brokenness, that fullness is to come on either side, and that brokenness is not a space of permanence, but it coexists with wholeness and fullness. She really is one of my most favorite teachers, so that was very special. I am really excited about our gathering that we have coming tomorrow night, Thursday night. Walking into Yom Kippur, which is a day just about prayer, can feel daunting, overwhelming. It's a lot. There's a lot of prayer, and the liturgy is all over the place. Sometimes it's inspiring, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it feels meaningful, sometimes it doesn't. But I am so excited. We have these 9 phenomenal humans who are coming with all kinds of expertise. They're liturgists and ritualists and community leaders and prayer leaders themselves, coming to talk about what motivates and inspires their own prayerfulness. Dr. Jane Shapiro of O Road is going to be facilitating a beautiful conversation with Rabbi Deborah Sachs-Mintz, who uses music to tap into her prayerfulness. And if you haven't heard her music, go Google her now. Your ears will be happy that you did. Rabbi Rachel Barenblatt is a phenomenal poet and liturgist. If you have not read her stuff, go Google her now too. We'll talk about what inspires her to craft new prayers when she doesn't find what her soul is calling for. We have Fran Lucen, who professionally is an experiential designer, and in her personal life is a soulful ritual designer, talking about the impact of meaningful ritual and meaningful experiences on us as humans. And Rabbi Samantha Frank, who you might recognize from Modern Ritual, talking about accessing meaningful prayer and finding meaning and the importance of both. I'm so excited to hear them talk to us, to hear them talk to each other as a mindset shift for walking into Yom Kippur, thinking about these women who each in their own right have led others into spaces of prayerfulness, to kind of get into the right mindset for Yom Kippur myself. And I'm really excited that in addition to learning with those phenomenal women, we're going to have a chance to choose our own workshop, to explore tapping into our own prayers, the ones that are sitting right here, that if somebody kind of tapped you on the shoulder and said, "What are you praying for?" it would be the first thing that came out. I think that I'm just grateful that we're going to have 4 different ways to explore tapping into that prayer. Kohenet Rachel Can is coming back. She is going to use creative writing as a way to tap into some of that prayerfulness. She is phenomenal. She has her own book of Elul prayers that she crafted when she was called and moved to take the prayers that were sitting on her heart and put pen to paper. Rabbi Sarah Tasman is coming to show us how art and creativity can be a gateway to one's own prayerfulness. We have Rav Amalia Mark from Mayim Chaim, who is going to walk us through ritual design so that we can design a ritual that feels meaningful and very personal. And we have Yael Flussberg, who is coming back. Thank you that she's coming back. To talk about the Yisker Memorial Service in a way that helps us find a personal way to connect with loved ones that we've lost. These women are phenomenal, and selfishly, this is a selfish invitation on my part, because I should have brought it out and I didn't. I didn't take it off the shelf, but my Yom Kippur Machzor, my prayer book for Yom Kippur is stuffed with papers that are fraying and yellowed and in half shards, and it's so stuffed that it's breaking the binding of the actual book itself, because there are so many things stuffed inside. But I have managed to collect year after year either notes that people have written to me before Yom Kippur, or letters that I've written to loved ones of my own, or little pieces of poetry or writings that others have sent me before Yom Kippur that were meaningful and resonant, that I keep stuffed in my very packed Machzor prayer book, and I read every single year when whatever the liturgy might be is not something that I'm connecting to. I just have this need to feel surrounded by the people who lift up my own prayer and make me feel bolstered. And so I have a very stuffed, lots of little pieces of paper stuffed in my Machzor. And selfishly, I wanted to ask each of you to show up on Thursday night, because I cannot name a community that has been more bolstering and more supportive for me personally than the beautiful SVIVAH community. I cannot imagine walking into Yom Kippur without you sitting next to me in spirit. I'm taking each one of you, whether you like it or not. So I wanted to say both a thank you for figuratively sitting next to me and joining me on Yom Kippur and helping my day of prayer feel stronger and more supported. And I just wanted to invite you to come to say hello on Thursday, because it would be nice to say hi and connect before Yom Kippur itself. So if you have a minute, as always, come when you can, stay till you can't. You can come for the panel conversation at the beginning, or just come for the workshops at the end if time is tight, which I know it is. This is a busy week. But selfishly, I would just love to say hello and see you and be in a space of contemplation and thinking and reflecting with you, because each one of you has been so phenomenal all the year through. Anyway, even if we don't see each other, I'm going to wish you a Gmar Tov, signed and sealed for good things to come, that we can celebrate and see each other together many, many times this year ahead. But I do hope to see you tomorrow night. Shana Tova.